All right, here's a video to show you how to hang the mirror that we just unboxed in the other video. As you can see, there's horizontal mounting positions behind these two pieces of cardboard, and we removed the cardboard for the vertical mounting positions here and here, which are pretty simple little arches that are screwed in, and you would put that onto screw heads or hooks. And we've decided to go with just regular drywall screws because I got lucky, and each position is where there's a stud. So I was able to just use screws. If you can't use screws when putting your two mounting positions up, is going to go above our sink. And you can see we had to buy a mirror big enough to cover the damage from the old mirror, which was glued to the wall. Yikes. But if you can't find a stud and you have to go through drywall, you could use one of these. These are, what are they called here? Toggle bolts. Basically, they're butterfly screws, and you drill a hole about the same, you find a drill bit about the same size as that, and you push this through the wall, and once it goes through, it butterflies out and can't be pulled back through the wall. Then you hold it out with your fingers like this, pulling it on it, and then hit it with a screw gun, and it'll pull your fingers in. And once it gets to about real tight, about yay big, about this depth, then you know you're in a good position to hang it, and it'll hold up against the wall tight enough. Here's the tools you need to measure where you want to hang it. You'll need a tape measure, you'll need a pencil, you'll need a level, and to put them up, you'll need the screw gun or a screwdriver. Phillips head is that guy. Just in case you don't know what a Phillips head is, that's the Phillips head. It's not a straight slot. The other one with the flat head's a straight slot. So the first thing you want to do is, can you grab this real quick and pull that? There we go. The first thing you want to do is measure the distance. A little bit more, please. Should have had that set up ahead of time. You're going to measure the distance between the center of each toggle, which is, for me, 25.5 inches on this in particular mirror. That's the distance you want to hang your two. That's the distance you want to hang your two screws, 25.5 inches apart, which is what I've done here. I'll try to, as best I can, thank you, Truly, get this in here so you can see. There it is, 25.5 inches. Now, you also want to measure how high it's got to come up from the bottom of the mirror. For me, that was 28, basically 28.5 is good enough. I actually went about 28.75 or a little bit above that because I wanted to bring it above this a little bit, like 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch above our plate, so we could take the plate off later without having to remove the mirror if we need to get to do the electrical. The tough part is getting it centered because it's not the same width as our counter. So what you do is you measure your counter from the wall to here, which is basically 30.5 inches. So then I made a mark in the center of the wall. You can see the two screw heads there and there. I went to the center, and 30.5 inches cut in half is 15.25. So I basically put it at 15.25, maybe just a little bit off from 15.25. You can see my line that's vertical. Now the horizontal line is my height. So what I did was I made a line, basically I took this up to here, made a mark there, so I knew where it was above that to the height that I wanted. And then I took a level and I brought it into there and made my X. Now that's my center. And to center these two screws, then you cut your distance of those in half and measure out. So can you hold that up at that line? Thank you, Truly. Right on the line. No, right on this, on the horizontal line there. Not the 1 inch.
That line?
This line, right like that. Right there. Yep, that's it. And so there's our half mark, which is 12 and a half, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember the numbers I just told you. But basically that's what you do. So you split it in half, you get your center of this. So now it's going to hang center on the sink. So when you're looking at this faucet, the mirror will be dead center on that. And it'll be far enough away from the wall over here to cover that damage there, far enough over here to cover up this damage here and that damage there from the old thing. So that's the basic scenario of how to center your mirror on a sink that's bigger than the mirror itself. Get it away from the wall a little bit and put it above that so you don't have it touching on that. You want to attempt to hang it here? Let me just mount this camera up on this tripod as best I can. We mounted this sucker in here ahead of time. And we'll see if we can get this thing hung without a big, huge ordeal. All right, nice and easy, right? Ready? All righty. Get our latches out. You got yours set?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. One up. Now, this is going to be tough because I'm blind over here, but I'll use my fingers to hold the latch out, feel for the screw, put it right on top. Are you good?
I think so.
You got it on there?
I think so.
Let me feel it real quick.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's it. All right, now you just test it by pulling down a little bit, make sure it's holding, and there we go. Let me double check that bad boy. Make sure it's looking good. Now, as you can see, I countersunk the screws enough that once it's in place, you can't really see the screw head anymore. It's just outside of vision, which they could have mounted that screw in just a little bit more, just in case you wanted to hang it. And we wanted it really flat against the wall. There's Truly off in the dark. Yo! And as you can see, my ugly mug, it hangs pretty solid here. Hangs pretty centered. You got it just below that, just above that, so it's not in the way. And that's how you hang a mirror, basically. That's how you hang this kind of mirror. There are different kinds of mounting brackets on that. So if you like our videos, please share, like, subscribe more than anything to help our channel grow. Thank you. Say goodbye, Truly.
See ya.